dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I still need some theme music for this. I gotta shop around, I think. It's what I gotta do. I gotta shop around. Find some music. Throw onto this intro. Make it real interesting. And yeah. Or maybe I just keep singing it. Maybe I should just record a version of it and then play that. I think maybe that's what I should do. Leave a comment down below whether or not I should just sing the theme music or, like, not proper sing it, because I'm not a proper singer, so, you know. But anyway. We're all done with it, Astra. Here, let's jump cameras here. You can see, sneak preview of what we're going to work on today. Pretty much all done with her. There's a few things I'm touching up, but I'm doing that off camera. Some of you may recall we were working on that water. You see how nice and smooth that is. Hey, it's smooth. Well, it's mostly smooth. I think that was about 6 layers I did on that water surface. We could go a few more, but I'm done. I'm calling it a victory and moving on with the rest of the project. I just want to finish off some of the details on it and take some pretty pictures, and yeah. And that'll be it for this model. And it'll be done. It is done. So I'm considering it done. As far as the streams are concerned, this model is done. We're getting started on something new. That being a McFarlane Hellblaster Marine. Primaris Marine. Sorry for the glare. I mean, I could move this, I suppose, but then the image gets all dark and it gets all wonky and, you know, I can move it right in the middle. Nope, I just hit my screen over there. Oops. Oops. Anyway. So we're going to get started on him. I have some plans that I want to do on this guy. I'm not going to paint it up in basically like, you know, traditional Space Marine schemes. I think I'm going to make up my own. I am going to make my own. I've had this idea for a custom chapter for a long while. And so I think this guy will be basically the trial run of. You can see here, I haven't even opened this guy yet. The trial run for this figure. It's a nice figure. Anybody who is not really into action figures, well, you know, sorry you feel that way. But otherwise, yeah. I got the artist proof, McFarlane. I also sneak peek, as it were, not a sneak peek, but spoiler. I also have a McFarlane flayed one coming in. I also have one of those coming in. All right, how do I get to all this stuff? All this packaging. This guy is heavy as hell. Oh, I gotta undo the things. This reminds me of like when, you know, I used to do like undo my kids' toys and stuff. That's what that reminds me of. Let me use my nippers here. Just snip that right off. Get out of here. Who needs you? Boom. And boom. There we go. We're done. The hard part's done. So yeah, we're going to do a custom chapter on this guy. Can't forget that all-important tiny ass little base. Let's get this guy in. We're not going to be too concerned about the packaging. This is probably going to be loud as hell. It has to be done. Is he fastened somewhere in here? No. Oh no, he's cut through the waist. Son of a gun. Oh, all these things. All these things. My clippers. It's cut right there. Does that help? Nope. That didn't help at all. It's cut right there. There we go. That's the part we wanted. I'll keep these right here. Or did I get it? Son of a gun, I didn't even get it. There we go. Got it that time. Oh, come on. All this bloody packaging. There, he's out. He's free. Oop, what's that? Oh. I thought I broke it. I was like, oh no! What was that? little parts, little things falling off. Oh no. All right, we'll chuck those. All right, let's free the weapons. Weapons free. Weapons free. So, yeah. The plan is, basically, I'm going to do my own chapter for this. Now, I've had an idea, just for giggles, of wanting to do a chapter, a custom chapter, that is, you know, culturally significant to me. So, what does that mean? That means that... Are you serious? Where else is it? No, there we go. Okay, we got it all. We got it all. I know, that was noisy as hell, I'm sure. But yeah, custom chapter of Marine. We're going to do a bit of a... well, it's going to have a bit of my own culture. I don't really know how else that's... how self-explanatory that is. Sorry, I'm just freeing the base. If you can't tell what I'm doing here. There. There. Put this crap back in the package. There. All said and done. There we go. Spacemarine Hellblaster. We're getting started on this guy finally. I've had this since it was released. I pre-ordered this figure back when it was available for pre-order. Yeah. Now these McFarlane figures, I do like them. They're pretty solid. Like they're made of like I think it's like ABS plastic because it has some give. But an action figure should have some give because somebody out there is going to be playing with these and But yeah. Oh, his little head. We'll get some little posability out of his head. That's not bad. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, give me $1. Give me $1. Remember that $5 you owed me? Give me $1. Give me $1. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to quickly kind of just clean up some of this stuff. And I think I'm going to sculpt the symbol on here. I don't know if I'll do it for the gun, but I think what I will do, well, definitely drill out that barrel. I think what I will do, though, is I think I will have somewhere on here, like some of the, the totems and stuff, the charms and what have you. Because he's still a space marine. So basically imagine, like, what I'm thinking is... basically, imagine more along the lines of, as far as aesthetics is concerned, it probably would look a little bit more like a space wolf with like little, totems, necklaces, shit like that, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Well, you can hide stuff in the back here. You can hide stuff in his back. Oh, just plugs right in. Just kerclunk. Kerclunk. Now, how come in Space Marines the plasma weapons, because these things are basically plasma weapons, how come plasma weapons for the new Primaris, they don't have big hoses coming out of their guns? Okay? Because like this thing's pretty much almost a heavy plasma gun. It's bigger than a plasma gun. I don't know. But anyway, give me $1. Give me $1. Kim, hey, I get 10 minutes now to watch, and then I'm going to miss the next hour, but I'll be back after that. Okay, cool. See you later. Yeah, so that is the plan. The plan is he is going to be predominantly a deep red armor. That's the general vibe of this. But we're going to sculpt a chapter symbol and a squad marking. Now, this is not a fully realized idea for the chapter, but as we go, I may, ponder other ideas, and I think right today, I think we're mostly going to concern ourselves with cleaning this up a bit, getting rid of some of these edges, some of these seam lines. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it's got seam lines and stuff all over it. Excuse me. So yeah, 2021 made in China. But yeah, I like these figures. They're not bad. They are pretty chunky and heavy. Like, this thing is, man, I don't know, like damn near a pound, especially if you add on his gun and his backpack. Yeah, there's some good weight to this. You could probably hurt somebody with this figure. But anyway, in the same vein as what we had done with the Adeptus Sororitas, we are going to do with this fella. Now, good buddy Jim had sent me some custom parts. So I've got a power fist here, as well as a sword. Now, I was thinking maybe I'll try and incorporate them into this guy, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to try and find another figure, and we'll add these parts to him, because like the power fist and all that, we'll do that on another figure. I'll acquire another figure for that. Hey, tomorrow being Saturday the 21st, the Gravis from Bandai for order. For orders. Can he like shrug his shoulders? He's like all swole. I'm big old space marine. He looks like he's about to start telling a joke. So I walk into this bar, and the guy says to me, Kim, and then I'm going to finish my Hellblaster. It is the only heavy plasma that has the backpack, and McFarlane has an assault plasma. An assault plasma? Oh, like an assault marine with the plasma pistol? Yes, that's the guy I'm thinking of. I may try to acquire that figure. So, I think really what we should just do is start pulling this guy apart. Now, I am very leery about pulling this apart, but when I did it for the sister battle, I was, again, apprehensive, but it all turned out just fine. Because of the nature of this material, I think it is very forgivable if you do end up kind of mucking something up. Now, the shoulder pad, I have no idea where the shoulder... Oh, it goes over there. So, let's go. Pull the shoulder pads off. Boom! Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Somebody had asked... Oh, yeah, look at that. The ball joint moves in there. That's kind of cool. That's cool. L1. Hey, it's even marked off for me. Sweet. So this is where the chapter symbol is going to go. Let's pull off the other one. Let's just get this guy pulled apart. There we go. It's pretty straightforward. Now he just looks like a dude. He's a dude. The arms should just come right out. Oh, you get lots of movement out of this. Like, his arms can go all the way like that, but the shoulder pads won't let you put that high. He's in a T-pose. T-pose. Kim, no, the plasma rifle that the Hellblaster has is assault plasma rifle. Okay. All right, let's keep pulling this guy apart. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's anything too hilarious about it. I don't know if I can separate the elbow. I don't think I did on the the sister battle. I think when I did the arms, they were pretty much complete. I just had to, repose to get into some areas and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay. So we got some arms. Let's pull his head off. Can we get that head off in one go? Hopefully. 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 Let's give it a shot. No, there we go. Come right out. Perfect. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. And it's squishy. So the peg is there. I don't really think we need to pull the neck collar out. I don't think so. I don't feel it necessary at the moment. I think really just the legs and I think the torso. I think the torso should come apart. I think. Gotta use a little bit of muscle. And I frickin' broke it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it just come right out. Whoof. That was some work. It was a bit of work to pull that off. But there you go. He's got a belly button. So, yeah, we'll do that. Now the legs. Are the hip armor? I wonder if it's like the Sister Battle. The Sister Battle, the hip, like her belt and everything like that, it was like a really soft plastic, but it essentially was just glued onto the robe that hung in the middle. Whereas this guy, obviously, these feel like the rest of the figure. There is like, it doesn't feel like there's any soft plastic. Anybody who's gotten the Adeptus Sororitas, yeah, it's made of some soft plastic. Like there's like the robe is soft plastic. Even like the shin armor, what looks like it's a layer of thin plastic. And yeah, so I'm just having a look, see where it connects up, how I can pull this apart. I think I might have to pull it apart from here, from this torso, because this has a bit of turn to it, but not really. Not too much movement anyway. Let's try to see in these connectors here, because the legs should be able to just pop right off, and they're not. Oh wait, they are. No, they're not. I'm breaking it. I'm breaking the figure. Oh, damn, that scared the crap out of me. Okay, so it's not a ball joint like the other one, the other figure, or the other areas of the figure. It's not a ball joint like that, right? It's a keyed specific kind of spot, and it may have been glued, because yeah. Oh, and I weakened that plastic. I could see a little bit of white. Oh no, I did break it. Frick. Yeah, I broke it. I can see a crack right in the plastic there. Damn it. That sucks. Oh well. Moving on. It's not like this guy's going to be, you know, like a total action figure where it's going to. I'm always going to be playing with it and posing it. I guess I could have pulled the torso or the belly section off, the abdomen. But where's it attached? Yeah, I wonder how well that goes back together. That should go back together just fine. It is cracked though. I might have to use some resin or something. But yeah. Axel, is this a 3D print? Oh, okay. No, it is not a 3D print. This is the Hellblaster, artist proof, from McFarlane Action Figures. Yeah, you can buy this guy. You see, he's the artist proof Hellblaster, right? That's all he is. You can go to any Walmart, big box store, whatever. You can order it from McFarlane Toys. All that. Congrats on breaking your figure. Yeah, it's just a little hairline fracture right in that little connector. It's very, very tiny. But yeah. I suppose that if I wanted to be really surgical about it, I probably could get like a small screwdriver and just pry that open a bit and then pull the connector out. You know what? Maybe we'll try it that way. Let's see if we can spare ourselves a little bit more anguish. What do I have here? Something that's not really going to mess it up. I don't want to use an X-Acto blade because I'll end up snapping the X-Acto blade. I said small screwdriver, but I can't find my small screwdrivers. Or wait. No. 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 I want to use that. That'll just mess things up. See, this would be pretty good. This is like the GW cleaning tool, but I think, yeah, it's not small enough to get in there. Oh, you know what I could use? I got it. I can use one of my sculpting tools. I could tell you broke it when you pulled it off cam to manhandle it. Yeah. It sounds like you're attempting to dissect it even more. I am. I'm going to dissect him even more. He's already gone through enough. So I'm going to grab one of my sculpting tools here because they often have some good edges to them, but are very thick, like this one here. I think I'll use this right here. Yeah, we're going to dissect him. We're going to dissect him. He's being dissected. All right. Let's get in there. Let's do this. Yeah, even when I pull on it like that, I can hear that plastic stressing. Let's see here. Pop that out. Come on. No, let's try this side. A little smaller. Wedge that right in there. Or we end up busting the whole joint. In which case his hips will get glued and, you know, he'd be stuck like that. Just need something to get in there. Pry that open. Come on. Come on. Come on out. Come out and play. No? Son of a gun. Man, you son of a bitch. Get in there. Yeah, the one thing, like, I thought it was a bit of glue, but I think it was the plastic that would, when I heard that crack. See, I can get the one side here to kind of come off the peg, because it's like, you know, you can see it's got two little pegs there. That's what connects up into the leg. And so all I'm looking to do is just pry this open a bit so we can, you know, pull the leg off. Pull the leg off. But it's not making it easy for me. Man. Oh, excuse me. I need something finer. Something finer. Let's see here. Do I have anything finer? This should be pretty good. Actually, yeah, this will work just fine right here. I'm gonna use this end of the tool. Use that. Axel. Oh, this is entertaining. Schadenfreude is my favorite German word, and this is perfect. Yeah, me suffering. Is that what we're enjoying? Is me painfully breaking my toys? I mean, I don't really care. If, you know, if I wanted another one, I'll go get another one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this camera back over here. Yeah. Now we don't need to see me sweating. I'm sweating right now, trying to do this. Come on, baby. Come on out. Come out and play. You son of a... I am going to end up breaking this. I am going to break this. I mean, I probably don't really need to pull this off, do I? If I really want to get into this stuff, which is not really a big issue, but, yeah. Of course, Kim had a pretty decent idea earlier using a hairdryer to warm the parts up, because believe it or not, these figures are like really soft. Believe it or not, like even this backpack, which feels like it's a solid piece of ABS plastic, it actually feels like it's got some squish to it. It's not like a hard plastic. Like if you've seen the Bandai Marines, they're made of styrene plastic. They're like hard. But where it's like, here, I'll tap this close to the mic and you can kind of hear the sound. Like that doesn't sound like hard plastic. Versus, I don't know. Here, this is a piece of the War Master Titan. You can hear how styrene plastic sounds. See what I mean? Like it's a lot harder. Anyway. Axel. Sorry for being evil. Slam that shit in the microwave for 5 minutes. You know, yeah. Yeah. I'm not slapping it in the microwave. Yeah, I think me farting around with this is just going to end up kind of stripping that area. So I really don't want to, you know, muscle it too hard. But yeah. What I'm trying to feel for is it coming away from the joint. I don't feel it. Oh, it's going to break. I'm going to break it. Do I really need to get in there? Yes, I kind of do. Oh, so close. I can feel it like just wanting to let go. Yeah, because I want to get underneath this armor here, and I want to be able to paint that, right? So, yeah, we do want the legs off. This is going to be half the frickin' show, though. Is me trying to pry this frickin' leg off. All I want is just to come back a bit. Oh, there it is. That's it. Got it. Boom. Bang. And didn't break it. But you can see I scuffed it up a bit in there. Farting around with that. But it's okay, because it only had to been done once. Because once it's all painted and everything like that, it'll be fine. I don't really want to pull this abdomen apart. I don't. We're going to try not to. We are definitely going to try not. Yeah, see, I scraped that all up. Scraped it up. But either way, it is free now. Alright, so we have all our parts. We don't need those for the moment. This is where he kills it. There's no joint, man. You're destroying it. There's no joint. Fucking hell. Oh no. Allowed to swear here? Well, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not a prude. So yeah. So next step is to start cleaning. We're just gonna quickly grab. We'll grab a blade. I don't think I really need my nippers. I'll grab my files, but the files on this plastic, it doesn't, like, a really fine grit sanding sticks works a lot better than using a file. A file's just a little too aggressive. What can we break next? Yeah, no, I don't want to break anything more, because, yeah, I mean, like, we could have pulled this collar out, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean, yeah, there is, you know, some space inside there and everything like that, but I don't really think that's going to be too big a deal. Yeah. But yeah, that's really the only things is just these parts. I would like to pull the arms apart more, but yeah, I mean, you've seen how painful that was. I don't think we really need to explore that any further. Wait, it's got these holes in there. It's like it's screwed together, but it's a solid piece. I don't know how that is. Is it screwed? It can't be screwed together. Why would it be screwed together? Why would there be screws in this soft ass plastic? All right, let's start cleaning. But yeah, I was thinking, what could we break next? I was thinking that. So let's break something else. So, now just to give you guys a bit of an idea on where I'm going with this chapter symbol, I'm going to use an actual symbol. This is something that I had done quite a few years ago. But yeah. So right there in the description, or in the chat, I posted a link. I don't think I'm going to do the circle in the symbol, but yeah. But that's, so just basically the bird itself is going to be the symbol. That's going to be the chapter symbol. And then for the squad marking, I have an idea on what I want to do for the squad marking. So I'm just not 100% sure other motifs, because again, like, the idea behind this is it is a bit like Space Wolves in that regard. Sorry, just going on to Discord there for a second. It's going to be a bit like Space Wolves in that regard. It's not going to be gray though. This armor is going to be red. Pretty much the similar color to what you see in that link. So that should give you an idea on where this is going to go. So, yeah, let's just start cleaning. The boring old process of cleaning. Still, one of my preferred methods for knocking down mold lines is simply an X-Acto blade or hobby knife, whatever you want to call it. You can see, anybody who's not worked on these figures, yeah, you can see like how fibrous the material is. And again, that has to do with it being like a soft ABS plastic. I'm not 100% sure it is ABS, but it feels like ABS. If it quacks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, it flies like a duck, it must be a duck, right? So I'm just grabbing my sanding sticks here. These are 120 and 140, I believe. And these ones are 80 and 60 and 80, I believe. Handy little things. You can find these in most hobby supply places. All they are basically is just like some foam core with a fine grit sandpaper adhered to them, right? That's all they are, essentially. I mean, you can make your own, but it costs like $5, not even, for a pack. So, yeah. Axel, can you explain why you used this website? Redbubble? I made that ages ago. But yeah, it was part of a project done a long time ago. Basically, it was a revision of the official Nishnabek flag, and yeah, that's all it was. But then after I had made the design, because basically the flag itself, there was a lot of like things that were just unnecessary. The official flag for a long time was it was a similar design. It had a thinner ring, and it said Anishinabek in the flag. And I was like, you know, what flag of any nation on this planet has the name in the flag? You know what I mean? Like the American flag doesn't say USA in the flag. The Canadian flag doesn't say Canada in the flag. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was one big part of the revision. But anyway. Yeah, so what I like to do is I just like to blade off a majority of the mold line, and then come in with a sanding stick and then just smooth it out a bit. So it's a fairly dry process, but it is kind of necessary because as I paint this, and I'm sure I'll miss mold lines even once I get to like the priming phase, I'll go, oh, I forgot about that part. But otherwise, yeah. Oh yeah, you can see, like you blade into this and it's so soft. It's almost like rubber when you run your blade into it. It feels almost like rubber. Was that maybe close to a Mighty Ducks quote? One of my favorite movies ever. Mighty Ducks quote. Why? What did I say? I don't know what I said. Greenleaf Terrain. Can you explain how you're so old? Are you trolling him? Me or him? He's trolling me. Adam always comes in and trolls. Because he's half cracked. He's not full cracked. He's half cracked. So, you know, I give Adam a little leeway just because he's a bit of a bonkers character. So, yeah. It's okay though. It's okay. They will fix what condition it is that afflicts him. They will find a cure for it. I know this is terribly dull, but this is part of the process. And again, this is the beginnings of this journey. And so hopefully y'all are gonna have fun watching me break my toy. Greenleaf, both son. Don't call me son, kid. I'm not your friend, guy. Axel, there is no cure. I'm stuck as a 13-year-old troll. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, here I am. I'm in my 40s, and I'm playing with action figures. So, you know. I'm still waiting on that serum as well. That treatment. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. That's gonna be kind of tricky. Just a little bit. All right. So really fast. Jump over. So basically, this is a 60 grit. On this side, the lighter blue is, I believe, 80 grit. So I think it's 60 and then 80. So basically, with the 60, I'm just going to quickly, you know, draw off a lot, just a couple passes, and then I'll switch to finer grits to get a finer sanding on the surface. I'm not too worried if it looks like it scuffs up the surface a lot. That's fine, obviously, because I mean it's sanding, right? Sanding is going to scuff up a surface. Let's change directions. I like to change directions when I'm sanding just a little bit, unless of course it's wood. But yeah, we'll switch over. Already that I can feel that this is already a lot better. Yeah. So you can see there, it's a little bit smoother now. Well, not a little bit, it's a lot smoother now. But yeah. Axel, what is it that you're even doing? Looking at the box, you just get the model and put it together. Like, the figure? Well, it's not really it's not a model. It's an action figure. It's, you know, it's a GI Joe. You know what I mean? Like it's just a big action figure. They call it an artist proof for everybody out there who wants to you know, put the paint the figure in their own custom scheme. I had recently done the Adeptus Sororitas. I finished that like a month ago, and that was fun. That took a bit. I didn't do it on stream though. It was tutorials on YouTube. I did that one. Yeah, it's not terribly exciting, but necessary if you want to get a good look to the figure. Now, obviously, spending a bit more time on, say, for example, like the helmet is not a waste of time, because oftentimes this is like the central focus when somebody's going to look at it, right? So spending the extra time to make the helmet look good is really not time wasted. Although, like, for example, you know, the elbow joints, right? I mean, you know, if you skimped on that step a little bit, I don't think anybody would go, oh, you know, you completely chumped out on that, and, you know, what have you. I mean, they still might. I mean, there's a lot of arseholes out there, so. See, even there's like this little dimple in the plastic. I'm not particularly worried about it, you know. Not particularly, anyway. Actually, where's my brush? Where is my brush? Oh, shit. Clippers. Almost got myself with my clippers. Got him. Where is my... Oh, no. Where on earth is my scrubby brush? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Sometimes I use an old toothbrush just to, move the debris and clear the surface rather than, wiping with your finger all the time. Just because it's, it's not really a great habit to have. Just because, you can transfer oils and such to the surface. If that's really a huge concern, I mean, you can always, give it a bit of an alcohol wipe and just wipe the surface down before you prime it. But yeah. Yes. See, like some points here in behind the helmet where you have like a bit of this mold line, I don't think I'm really going to stress about it because you're not going to see it, because once the helmet's in place and it's all blocked, like visually it's blocked off by this collar, like, like it's kind of a pick your battles kind of thing, right? It's like, what parts do you want to spend a lot of time cleaning and, stuff like that. You also want to be efficient with your time as well, right? At least try to be. The nice thing about these sticks as well is because they are a foam core, they have flex to them. So as you're sanding, they can flex as you work your way around. Just kind of handy. Nope, wrong side. But yeah, I mean, like you can go find these in any hobby supply place, or you can just make your own. If you're all about doing it yourself, as it were. Where am I here? I have an Instagram, right? Yes, I do. Oh, yeah, it should be like in the description below kind of thing. But yeah. Yeah, you like the Instagram? Yeah. I also do on Saturdays, I do Way of the Brush. And if you want to have me have a peek at your work, you can use the hashtag Way of the Brush, so yeah. If you want, or don't, I don't care. Tricky part of doing these little curvatures is trying not to be too back and forth on the same spot, because then you kind of wear down a flat plane on it. I don't want to do that. So basically I just rotate the piece around as I work that surface. So there we go. Yeah, that's not bad. Feels smooth. Oh, it's smooth. It is smooth. Alrighty. Axel, I'm gonna leave, man. Gotta go watch anime. Nothing to do with you, just an urge. Alrighty, go have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so you always should be careful when you're sanding a curvature. Again, you just don't want to linger too long on a spot, just because you can end up creating a flat surface, and then that'll become apparent, especially, you know, if you want like smoother surfaces, especially if you want like a glossier finish, a shiny surface. Yeah, that'll become really apparent. Yeah, I know this is not terribly exciting stuff, but it is necessary. And I do have all my sculpting gear ready to go, because I'm hoping that we can start getting some sculpting done today. That line. Yeah, that line's still bugging me. It's bugging me. Probably should watch how close I'm sitting to that, breathing in all sorts of sanding dust. Yeah. Switch to the finer grit. But like I said, working more time on these kind of areas, yeah, it pays off in the end. If the helmet looks spot on, then, you know, to the eye and to the viewer, the rest of the model is spot on, right? Because it's a central focus point. I can still see a bit of that lip there. I'm trying not to be that nitpicky, but it's annoying me. I'm trying to shave it down a bit. Plastic. All right. That is pretty much as far as I want to go with that helmet. I think it looks fine. Next step, let's have a look at the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads, it looks like just the corners maybe, but otherwise they're pretty clean. Yeah. I don't really think it's going to take much to clean these up. Just maybe any kind of residual nubs. Like that. Give that a light little sanding just to knock the edges down. Yeah, that one's fine. We'll keep that one. This one here. Oh yeah, there's a big nub right there. Again, pretty exciting stuff, I know. Man, this little will knots will come off. But yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. Shoulder pads and helmet are pretty much, you know, like the first thing a lot of people are going to see when, you know, obviously, you know, when they're first looking at this figure. Oh, we'll turn this camera back on. There we go. Leave that off. There we go. Yeah, fine. Whatever. Alright. So let's grab an arm. Now a few of these, now like up here in the shoulder, I don't really feel like I really need to sand like some of these mold lines down, but like on some of the parts here I do. Yeah, like on the back side here. The hand definitely needs it, just because you've got this big ugly mold line runs right across the knuckles. Yeah. Oh, the hand does pose. Oh, nice. Lovely. Sort of. It sort of poses. It poses. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly blade the plastic. Again, it's not entirely necessary, just because like a lot of this is obscured, so I'm not that worried about it. So I'm not going to spend a great deal of time sanding it down. Of course, I say that now, and then when I prime it and start painting it, it's like, oh, you completely missed that spot. And it's like, ah, son of a... Yeah. Yes, we will sand. It's like a tree knot. It's like where the injection of the plastic goes. Yeah, it's like that. Well, might as well do this side now. Did one side, might as well do the other. 。 I'm not going to go completely ham on the sanding as I say that. I just really was more concerned with this little knot here. That's been sanded down pretty darn good. Good enough. Let's give it a quick brush, knock all that debris off. Use the finer grit. Let's knock this down. See if we can't get this looking a little bit better than just a little tree knot in the back of his arm. I mean, once we slap primer down and put a few layers of paint down, yeah, all this stuff just goes away. This slight texture that's there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Now, does this elbow joint move? Kind of. Sorta. So we get right there. For the most part, that does it like pretty darn well, but the sanding is just to even the surface out a bit. That's all we need. That's all we need. Switch to fine grit. Brush that debris out. There we go. Again, it looks a little funny just because you can see like the different colors in the plastic, and that's just from obviously abrading the surface and everything. Okay. Just gonna blade off this corner here. It's a little bit much. There we go. Almost looks like we put an edge highlight on there. On camera, it looks like it goes gray and then a very, very light gray right at the edges. It almost looks like an edge highlight. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm not sure why it's funny, other than from like a painter's perspective. It's kind of funny, but not really. Do you want me to be retarded? Oftentimes when I blade along a long edge, I often will hold the blade and then bring it along, but then sometimes I'll change the angle and move it along just to stop any kind of, well, especially as the blade gets kind of dull, it can jump on the surface and it'll create like little stutter marks on the surface, and that's just annoying to deal with. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I keep saying I need music for these streams. Yeah, I definitely need music. Just for my own sanity. I know I've probably asked this already, but does anybody know of any good streaming for, including music in your streams? Because I know everybody and their cousin is very protective of their music rights, so, and rightly so. I mean, like, you don't want people just using your shit willy-nilly, right? Especially if it was a popular song. You get all these jagaloons co-opting your music, using it like it's some sort of anthem. I know I would be annoyed. Do 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 do. Not bad. Finer grit. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. I guess we'll work on the front side of it. Do, do. It's kind of hard not to go completely crazy with the sanding and just like hit all sorts of areas with it. But yeah. It's like a little mold line right in the middle there. Stuff is so soft. If you're used to working in styrene plastic, playing with these figures definitely kind of opens your eyes to your modeling techniques and how you treat plastics and yeah. Anyway. Front of the forearm, I really don't see any lines or anything like that, so that's not bad. There is a line there, but it's not totally awful looking. Going over with the fine grit, or finer grit, I should say. Just knocking these, just a little indication of mold lines away. Tiny little mold line running right into the wrist. Take a sip of my tea now. TTT. Next is to work on the hand. There's a big old mold line that comes right across his fingers here. Very annoying. It also runs right through this little rib section in his hand. I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, it's annoying. You know what? Here, let's adjust the focus on the camera just so we can kind of see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, you can see that mold line runs right across the knuckles there. Very annoying. In fact, let's keep this perspective for a little bit. Yeah, it also runs right through these little rib details. I don't know why they like doing that. Why do they like running mold lines through these little rib sections on models? Why do they like doing that? Why? 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 See what I'm doing there? Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see. All right. Let's give that a quick little brush. See, it already looks a little bit better. We're going to make it a lot better. Again, jumping over to our 60 grit. You can see how coarse that is as the light plays down that surface. It's pretty darn coarse. Knocking down more of them mold lines. Knocking them down. Just like so. You can still kind of see it. It looks really kind of noticeable on camera. To the eye, it doesn't really look that bad. That bad. Anyway. It looks bad. Not that bad. Do like a pedicure for him. Get his fingernails. Pedicure? No. Manicure. Yeah, let's get this little knuckle right in here. Just a little bit better. Let's switch this side right here. Looks a little better now. Doesn't look as junky. Yeah. It's not quite as bad now. Again, with a big action figure like this, it's not integral. I mean, like, we're not entering this into a competition or anything like that. It's not like, you know, we're going to take some pretty pictures of them. So, yeah. Now the really fun part, getting mold line out of the little frickin' grill marks here. Grill marks? No, that's on a barbecue. honestly, once the Hellblaster's in place, I don't even really think you're going to see that, right? Can we put the Hellblaster into place? Will his hand even go around this gun? There we go. Good God. Yeah. Now you kind of see it, you know. God, this thing's heavy. Oh man, I don't think his finger's supposed to bend that way. How are you supposed to hold your gun? How are you holding all light gripped like that? How is he supposed to hold his gun? Is he supposed to hold his gun? Alright, I'm not farting around with that right now. We'll worry about that when we get there. Yeah, we'll jump over to these. I had a round file somewhere. I don't know where the hell that went to. But anyway, mold line is mostly dealt with. I mean, once there's paint on it, that will become less apparent. Oftentimes when I'm gauging whether or not I really want to deal with a mold line, it's like if the mold line runs this way on a surface, I will turn it this way in the light. And if I can still see it in the light, then I obviously have to take it down more, right? So here, you know, it's more or less in between each of the little grooves. Yeah. Did I find my round file? Aha! I did. Just a little round file here. Just to get into some of these little spaces. Just like that. Give that a quick little brushing. Yeah, that's a little better now. I can live with that. Moving on. Alright. Did we pretty much get everything on this? I think so. I am thinking so. Actually, there's a little nub right here on his shoulder. I guess wherever it was injected. I'm trying to be careful here. Just to plane that down a bit. Let's see if we can't even that out a bit more. Word of caution on overcorrecting. Don't ever overcorrect. Oi! Jeez Louise, that scared the crap out of me. Time Coon. Oh, over on the YouTube sides of things. Cool. Well, welcome. I know, he's probably not seeing this, but welcome nonetheless. Okay. Alrighty. Next hand. One is going, give me $1. Or Or he's gonna backhander you. All right, let's get back to work. Little nub on the back here. Get rid of that son of a gun. Get this side too. Again, nobody's really going to see this section because the shoulder pad plugs right into it, so it's not really a huge issue. Get the front side. Get the front side back. Okay. Give it a little scrubby dub. Kim, I'm back. Did you have a haircut yesterday? Yesterday? No. A few days ago? Yes. But yesterday? No. Yesterday. I probably shouldn't sing the whole song because I'll probably get a copyright strike. Yeah, right. Hey, you know what we should have? Is karaoke. Karaoke night in this channel. Where we all just sit around and sing karaoke songs. I don't know if any of you have done the karaoke thing, but it's painfully fun. Wave the karaoke. Yeah, there we go, Kim. Exactly. Wave the karaoke. You never know. We could have fun. We could have a blast. Here you are all laughing at me, but realistically, could be a lot of fun. Probably not. It'd be torture. It'd be torture. People clawing their eyes out or ears. Kim, with my voice, would probably kill people. Would it? Would it, though? Would it? We're slowly but surely getting there. Slowly. What time are we at here? Holy camolies, it's already 1:25. Well, I've been streaming for 1:25. Damn. Oh, because I was dicking around with the parts earlier, trying to pull these legs out. Kim, I don't know if you were here for it, but I think I broke my figure. I don't know how well it's gonna show up here, but yeah, I put a little hairline crack right in the joint right there. There's a little crack right there. Taking his leg out. I thought it was more like a peg. I didn't realize it was more like a what is it, like a 90-degree elbow kind of thing? I don't even know what that term is for whatever kind of joint this is, where it's 2 pins and it rotates this way, right? Anyway, I messed up my toy just a little bit. No, it's not bad. It's not, it's not ruined. I'm just gonna have to figure out if there's a good way to melt ABS ABS plastic. Do you know, Kim? Do you know? You're a very experienced fellow. Do you know if there? You know how like acetone basically melts styrene plastic? Is there a material like acetone? Will acetone even melt this stuff? I don't even know. Because this is like ABS plastic, right? I don't know if it is ABS, but it feels like ABS, which is why I keep attributing that to this kind of plastic. Kim, shit, no, I was not here for that. I always have them in hot water for about 15 minutes before I take them apart and use a hairdryer to put them back together. Yeah, I use just straight up muscles. I just muscled it and paid the cost. I paid the price of just muscling the parts apart. Parts apart? Parts apart. Kim, I think they have a 2-component thing for that kind of plastic at the hardware store. Interesting. I'll have to look at if you find it before I'm done streaming. Send me a link. Send me a link, or post it on Discord in the wherever you want. But yeah, because like sometimes I see on now I don't know if it is part of the casting process, but like I see some spots where there's an unevenness along the seam line where it looks like they've deliberately added more material in. You see what I mean? How that kind of forms like that? Because I mean, like where it's in the mold, right? It's perfectly smooth. There's hard edges, right? But then you get this unevenness in the surface, and that looks to me like they made an extra batch of this material and then poured that in because there was a gap there or something like that, right? So there's got to be something that melts this so that you can basically bond parts or shape them, you know? Yeah. Time for some sanding. Hail Bop, heyo. Kim, they have a plastic welding kit at the auto parts store here. Right, but what kind of plastic? Because I mean, like, there's many different kinds of plastic. And wait, who jumped in? Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted in the Discord. Give me a sec. Oh, it's Hale. What's happening, Hale? What's happening, buddy?
Hey.
You might hear a bit of echo because I just turned this mic back on. Kim says, found one on Amazon. I'll link it in the Discord. Please do. Please do. And how's Mr. Boop?
I didn't have to get... Well, I went into work for like 30 minutes.
Went into work for 30 minutes. Nice.
It's like a nor'easter outside, and the superintendent didn't call and say don't go into work, so everybody went into work. Came by 30 minutes later, and he's like, you all can go home. So the office and shop floor were covered in about like an inch or two of water.
Oh, really? Jeez. You're in Florida, right?
No, I'm in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. I can't remember where all you guys are.
And I've been shopping around for minis.
Cool. What you looking for? How's the G.I. Joe project going?
It's coming along.
Yeah, cool.
It's a little bit slower. I have one squad fully painted. It's just kind of picking characters that I think, because I don't want to just like paint a character. I want it to actually kind of like fit either the weapon they have or, you know. So for Snake Eyes, I want to get what is it? An Evisor assassin, but replace the head with the one from the Sniper Assassin.
Okay, yeah.
Because it looks more Snake Eyes-y.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I've been chugging along.
Right on.
Kind of stuck on what I want to paint their vehicle as, because G.I. Joe, since you know it's a show made to sell toys, there's a crap ton of vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
But
now, are you going strictly G.I. Joe on them, or are you gonna throw in some?
Specifically G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I do Cobra, I might pick another faction.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, like do like Chaos Marines as Cobra or Gene Stealer Cult?
I was thinking either Gene Stealer Cult, because I remember the G.I. Joe movie, the one where Serpentor turns Cobra Commander into a snake person.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking that, and maybe like, you know, freehanding scales on the GSC guys. And maybe giving some of them like, you know, the little Cobra Commander helmets or something.
Yeah, totally. Give the Magus the Cobra Commander vibe. Do. Still a bit of lip there.
I was thinking either Gene Stealer Cult, lore wise for 40k Gene Stealer Cult with mates, or you know just guardsmen with the little Imperial Eagle shaved off. But I think I'm gonna go Gene Stealer Cults just so it's not like, I don't know, too on the nose, but also kind of fits the 40k vibe. So I think I'm gonna go with that when Serpentor turns Cobra Commander into a snake or a lizard person. Because that is also the movie that has the Cobra theme song or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. The battle cry.
Through the night comes.
So basically, are they saying that Cobra is essentially an alien invasion?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because all the Cobra...
Serpentor could be the what do they call it? The Patriarch or whatever.
Well, it's those guys that are half serpent. What the hell's his name? He's the head of the snake people.
Yeah.
Or wait, or are they from Earth? I thought they were aliens.
They might be alien, but when they found them, they were on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've been living in the North Pole or some shit for years or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really remember how deep the storyline went, but...
Well, it was encapsulated in its own movie because whatever happened in that movie and stuff was never ever touched again. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that was Duke dies, and you know, you have all these other misfit Joes that enter.
But then again, back in the day, like even He-Man, like every episode was meant to be like self-contained.
Right.
Yeah, because if I remember the movie correctly, Cobra Commander ends up helping the Joes.
Yeah.
He's not too happy getting turned into a lizard person.
Yeah, because it's him and Roadblock. They're trying to make an escape.
Yeah.
I have not watched it in a very long time, but I have watched it a few times, and I do recall.
I've watched it enough to remember Cobra Commander was not happy.
Yeah, I remember Cobra Commander not being very happy about being turned into a snake. Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. If I go with GSC route, I'm going to go that way. But if I go normal guard route, I might base it off the Cobra Commander from the anime. Like the legit, like, anime, where Cobra Commander is not an incompetent, like, idiot. He's actually, like, you know, scary dude.
A scary dude?
I forget what it's called. G.I. Joe Resolute.
Is that like a newer show?
No, let me check. Came out in 2009.
That's, for me, dude, that's newer.
Well, yeah.
I was watching this.
For me, newer is, you know, under 10 years.
I've been watching this shit since I was like, 7, 8 years old. So.
So it's newer, but it's
newer.
Not, the current Joe, whatever's.
Yeah.
But it was like 10 or 11 episodes, and they actually portray Cobra Commander as a competent, like,
military leader.
Because the very first episode, he does some evil shit. It's like, oh, he's the big bad. He's here.
He's going to hurt people?
Oh, he hurts people. If you ever have free time, I'd recommend giving it a watch. I don't know what streaming services or where you could watch it, but...
Yeah, I don't know. You said it's an anime. Would any of the anime streaming services have it?
I don't know if it's like, puts up nerd glasses like actual anime, but it's the same kind of animation style. Okay, technically, I guess it's a cartoon. It's done by the people who did Metalocalypse and Venture Bros.
Never watched those.
Magus XLR?
You just said a bunch of things there.
No. It's a cartoon, but it's not like, Saturday morning cartoon kind of stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of Saturday morning cartoons, are you looking forward to Warhammer Plus?
I don't know. I guess. It's not like, oh my god, I gotta have it, but I don't know. Their incentive program, I wish it was the other way around, where if you got the 12 months, you would get the mini, not, do your 12-month sub and then get it at the end of the month, at the end of 12 months. But...
Well, if you buy the annual subscription, I think you get it right away.
You do?
I think so.
Oh. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm actually going to use this service. Well, I do like watching the painting tutorials. And it might not be a style I paint in, but there is something to be gained.
Sure.
So, I don't know if I count in like a hero. It's 2 hero minis. One of them is the assassin sniper dude on like this big statue.
Yeah.
Those 2 minis, probably if they were gonna post it, were like 30, 45. So that's like half the subscription right there.
The subscription, yeah, it's the cost of that mini.
Basically.
Yeah. Because so I think for me it's like 60 or $70 for the year.
Yeah, it's like I think it's $50 a month.
Yeah. So essentially it's the cost of that mini.
The only thing is I hope they make it like there's a browser version. Only because I hate watching video painting tutorials on my phone.
Right. You want to be able to see it in a large picture?
I want to actually be able to, expand the screen and actually see what the hell somebody's painting. Right. Oh, Foma says Amazon has the 2009 G.I. Joe animated movie TV show thing I was talking about. G.I. Joe Resolute.
I just want to watch it. I don't want to buy it, though. Or is he saying like Amazon Prime?
For if there's any like streaming service that's like DVD, not Netflix. Wait, what? Yeah. Maybe if I take that streaming service. That's Just Watch. I have no idea. It's just like a website that tells me where it's streaming.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, Steve Bloom voices Duke. Steve Bloom.
Who's Steve Bloom?
Have you watched Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
He voices Spike.
Oh, okay. Didn't know
that's the one everybody knows.
Yeah.
If I go half the cast of Dawn of War.
Right. Oh, Kim says it's Prime Video. Okay. I'll have a look.
What is Prime Video?
Let's see if we can find it. I mean, like Amazon, like Netflix, does region codes, so it might not be available for me. So on that, how have you been?
Pretty good.
That's good.
I discovered that I like Mutant Chronicles.
Mutant Chronicles is fun.
Yeah.
The game?
I discovered that there's an Irish company that still produces the old minis in the old game from the 80s.
Yeah.
So I have like rule books and some, the really, really crappy Target plastic minis.
Yeah.
But they still make all the metal minis and stuff. They still make the Blood Beret board game.
Yeah, Mutant Chronicles. I played the board game way back in the day. A buddy of mine had it, and I never got into the tabletop version of it, which was kind of like 40K kind of thing.
Yeah, 40K, but it was what 40K was in the 80s.
Yeah, it's a skirmish game. But I did play the hell out of the card game.
The Doom Trooper?
Yeah, I played the hell out of that. Spent stupid amounts of money on that stupid card game.
I just really like the setting and the whole theme and stuff.
Yeah, well, it kind of has a very logical kind of jump point, right? Because everything's controlled by the corporations,
Yeah. And the corporations are analogs from the country that corporation came from.
yeah. No, it's a bit almost. It's almost steampunk, not steampunk, cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You know.
Diesel punk is the.
What is it called?
Diesel punk, I believe it's called.
Diesel punk, really? Okay.
Yeah. Where it's like, the step up from steampunk, where steampunk's all about gears and stuff, diesel punk's all about, like, because in Warzone, they don't have, like, normal technology. Normal technology was, wiped out by the Dark Legion. I forget what they actually call it in the lore. So, all their stuff is, like, powered by, like, normal combustion engines.
Right.
I don't know.
Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. There's a term for it.
Somewhere.
I'm not punk enough to know. No, but I just like the setting, and to me it was, it's still like fiction, fantasy, all that stuff. They have like their own version of the Necronomicon, whatever, and the thing that lets out all the zombies and stuff. But it was something that in my head I could visualize happening more than 40K.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, it's a little closer to our own time than 40K is, right? So 40K is way off into the future.
Yeah.
Whereas, Mutant Chronicles, that's like only a couple hundred years. I think it's like, what, 500 years?
Yeah, like, what is it? The corporations took over just kind of like as, manned space to other planets was happening. And so it was a couple hundred. It wasn't like thousands of years. It was.
Yeah, it's a couple centuries. It's not that far off. Ooh, I like this. Not much movement here.
I discovered that a U.S. company now holds the IP for making like new games for it.
Yeah, I thought
Protos in Poland used to have it.
I want to say it's either Wizards that owns it now.
They might have like ownership of it, but there is another company in the U.S. I don't remember its name. I'm in the Facebook group for it. They haven't officially announced it. It's just there's so many rumors. It's like. What is it? Fan base is like, so I guess there are some really dedicated people like tracked down which company had like the license to make new stuff.
Right.
And
I seen somebody
Res
else.
Nova Games currently has the
Nova?
Res Nova.
Because I had seen somewhere somebody was producing 3D sculpts for sale.
Modiphius. I think it was Modiphius. Might have been further. Like Modiphius makes the RPG still.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted the pen and paper game, and they have menus for that.
I've not really given their models a look, so can't really say whether they're awesome or not.
Res Nova hasn't made any models because they had to prematurely announce that they have the IP to make a new game because some internet detectives kind of like tracked down who had what. I'm getting into BattleTech.
BattleTech, yeah.
Yeah, I was convinced by the crew, you know, Grim and them at 2019. So I started looking into it. Unbeknownst, I had not known the whole time MechWarrior and BattleTech were the same thing.
Right.
So when I was little, I was buying those Connect kits that were like the MechWarrior kits.
Okay.
So, you know, building like the Timberwolves and stuff. I don't think I have any more of the Connect stuff, but, you know. So I was like, oh, these kind of look like these mechs that I was, for Connects, I was building, you know, back when I was like 6 or 7.
Right.
Like, oh, this is literally the same thing. Oh, this is literally the cartoon that I watched.
Yeah.
Oh. Like a epiphany, a renaissance, I don't know. So I went and I convinced me. It didn't take a lot convincing because maybe like 5 minutes. Is that the oh yeah, oh, I see it right there, Hellblaster. It's in your title.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the Hellblaster. What's that?
I said, God, if I could read. So I was about to go, which Space Marine are you working on? Because I know they have that one. They have the normal Intercessor. I think McFarlane's making a captain. Not like the Gravis captain like Bondi's making. I think they're making like a normal captain.
That I don't know. I thought the rumors were that orcs were coming, and apparently the Reavers.
Oh no, it's a Blood Angel Lieutenant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got like close combat weapons and everything.
Oh, he's already out.
Yeah. Yeah, that Blood Angel dude. Because this is even this model or figure is listed as a Blood Angel Hellblaster. But I guess because the painted form is blood, is the Blood Angel color. So
it was like, I think it was like that with the Space Marine one too, where it was just Ultramarine, whatever. Even though he was the gray version that didn't have any paint on him.
Yeah.
I think they just threw him in the same boxes.
Yeah, because like I was like, oh, Blood Angel, artist proof, and then I gave them all a look over, and I don't see any kind of markings on this that makes it look like a Blood Angel.
They used the same box.
Yeah. I also have the flayed one coming in. That should show up next week.
I test bought. So I went to I was at my local GW, and I got the painted sister battle one.
Yep.
Because for me, McFarlane has always been hit or miss. Some of their lines have been really good, and then some of them are like, why did you even bother making this?
Like what?
It was one of the Spawn series. I can't remember which one it was, because you know, McFarlane does, like, when they make stuff, they like put out a whole bunch of stuff. I don't remember what series it was, but I know it was a Spawn from them. It looked like a 2-year-old had colored in.
Oh.
And the whatever plastic or resin or whatever they used was like really brittle.
Oh, really? Yeah, these figures, they feel like ABS plastic. I have no idea if they really are, but they feel like it. And like even a big piece like this, I can feel it flex. Like you probably could see on camera. Like here, I'm holding the torso.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big solid piece, but I can open it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that. Like, yeah, so it's like some.
It feels more like an ABS plastic.
Yeah, I'm touching the sister figure. Yeah, it's a lot. Which I'm fine with, because these are like action figures, not, you know, statues.
Yeah, like these aren't like, you know, sculpts like statues. Yeah, they're more like just, you know, I'm gonna throw these guys around in the yard. You know what I mean? Like it's okay if you know, like your kid is playing with these, and you know.
Yeah, it's okay to buy your kid these.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fine.
Which is what some people do.
Yep.
Because I have because I use McFarlane because they do all the like sports collectible statue stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. Even my son has directed me to some because they do some Steelers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I'm probably gonna I go to the GW. What's the Friday? I'll go there Sunday. If they have a artist group, I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah, may as well. It's fun, you know.
I can find them online. But...
Yeah, but the prices go up pretty high. Like to find the intercessors.
Yeah.
They cost just as much as a Bandai.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I bought a Bandai. I decided. I got the White Scar one.
Oh, did you?
When he was older, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't bother with the White Scar just because he was
exactly like your Ultramarine, right?
Yeah, he's just like the Ultramarine, and like if I'm really that concerned about the coloring of it, I'll paint it myself, right?
I was gonna say, I thought maybe you already painted the Howling Griffin, but I think that was something else. I think that was like the Funko or something.
Yeah, I painted one. Yeah, because I got two of the Funko Marines, and I stripped one of them and repainted it. But I remember that there is a blank one, Funko Space Marine.
Yes, there is a artist proof one.
Yeah, is it called artist proof? I can't remember. I can't remember if it's called an artist proof, but yeah. For the Funko.
I will check.
It's not terribly important, but
I think you just call it unpainted.
There's a big gap right there beside that seam, but I'm not that concerned about it.
No, he's just called Primaris Intercessor. He's just gray.
Just gray, yeah. Okay. Torso. Kim. Too soft to be PVC, so ABS is a good guess. Yeah, I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not too sure what kind of plastic they use. I have no idea. But I know that there's many different types of plastic. You know, even like resin is a form of plastic, and so like you know, when they're talking about, like, say for example privateer press models, they say they're plastic, but it's a poured resin, right? But whatever, not really a huge issue.
No, they must have stopped making the Space Marine Funkos. They're now no longer $10. Or however much Funkos
are. Firestorm Games has normal McFarlane intercessors in stock now. They shipped a couple of them to me on Monday. Should get here soon. Yeah, Firestorm Games, though, that's in the UK, right? That's kind of cost prohibitive for myself. Because shipping in and out of Canada is annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got, I remember mailing something. I mailed a little Harry Potter miniature to Canada, and I was sitting there, I was like, because, like, I get stuff internationally, and, like, when we did that whole, Patreon paint together thing from, what is it?
It was a while ago we did that.
Big Child?
Yeah.
Paint. Shipping was, like, $8. So there's like $20 to send it to Canada. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying to ship in Canada. Very annoying. And if it comes in any of the big shipping companies like FedEx or Purelator, not Purelator, UPS. Yeah, you usually get dinged on the customs. You usually get just right poked in the bum with the customs charge. Right in the buttocks.
Now I know why some of the Canadian monkeys have PO boxes in the US or what, or like, you know, UPS boxes or whatever.
Yeah, I do. Because the cost is goddamn annoying.
Yeah.
Long time ago, when I made the decision to do it, I had ordered the Forge World Avatar when it first came out, the one with the spear.
Yeah, the big one, the cool looking one.
Yeah, and FedEx, was it FedEx? No, I think it was UPS. Delivered it and gave me a bill for like $50 for the damn import charge.
God.
Yeah, and the model was $50.
Oh, jeez.
So I paid almost the same amount in customs charge for the damn model. I was fucking pissed, man. I was like, fuck that. So that day forward, I started getting all my shit shipped to the States, and then just go and pick it up. Because at the time I was living in Sault Ste. Marie, which borders Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's two cities called Sault Ste. Marie. One's Michigan, one's Ontario. And so yeah, just did that. Couldn't even tell you how much I saved myself.
Right now I got a shopping cart full of Eldar stuff on Forge World.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I'm just waiting for them to restock Irlift, the Phoenix Lord.
Oh, okay.
Restock.
The big one that's still on my list from Forge World is the Type 2 Scorpion, because I already have a Type 1. And I want the...
Is that the fixed turret one?
The what?
Is that the one that doesn't have a turret, just has the big gun sitting in it?
Yeah, it's got a turret. It's the older style. It's like, it looks exactly like the old Epic version, like the first Epic version of it. Whereas the Type 2, it has more of a modern aesthetic. The Type 1 looks...
Okay, Type 2, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. The Type 2 looks like, it fits the current Eldar line, whereas the Type 1 still fits, but it has that older Eldar aesthetic to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like a classic car, kind of thing.
Cobra and the Scorpion.
Yeah, if you look up Type 1, Type 2, on my blog, I think I posted a pic way back in the day of the two together, what they look like, side by side.
Oh, the Revenant Titan with pulsars is in stock, but I want the one with the Sonic Lances.
You would take the Sonic Lances over the Pulsars?
I just think it looks cool.
Oh.
It Ford rolled up to its thingies, its little funny business where it says no longer available,
Right.
but it's not actually no longer available. It's waiting for restock, but they don't know when it'll be back in stock.
Right.
Because GW doesn't know, how to list their stock. Like other websites. I want to get a Skaha. I don't know if I want the one with the Death Shroud cannon or the Inferno Lances. It's just the Wraith Knight with the big guns on it.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one I want.
The one that I still want is the Type 2 Scorpion and a Revenant.
If you see a Type 2 Scorpion, not the Cobra. I was looking at the Cobra. The Cobra's the one I was thinking of. It doesn't have a third one, it's just the big gun in it.
Yeah, it's just got a big gun, yeah. That one's cool. It looks cool. And on the tabletop, it's pretty cool. But I mean, just for completeness sake, I'd probably get one. But otherwise, it's not really my first choice as far as like what I'd want to get in an Eldar army.
It's also one of those things where I believe, because Forge World models typically, when you look at it, you can go, oh, I know what that's for. I would believe that is the one that is meant to kill Titans, and how long are you, or how many times are you going to actually fight Titans?
Right. Yeah. That's pretty much what the Cobra is for beating up on super heavies and Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Its old rules were really darn good, but in recent years, I don't know, the Forge World writing team for the rules for their models has been trash.
Yeah, I don't think they're intentionally trash. I think it's more like a command decision telling them that they can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Because there was a period of time back in like 4th edition or 5th edition maybe where Forge World models were really, really good. And everybody was like, Forge World models are too good. So I was like 6th edition, they just took like the freaking Nerf pad and like took Forge World in the back alley and just started fucking wailing on it.
Yeah, and I think that's a mistake. Not because like it directly affected me, although that is one of the things, but no, all that ends up doing is actually weakening the rest of the armies, and that's where you end up with this thing where Space Marines are just too damn powerful.
Yeah, because as a guard player, that's where all my cool toys were, was at Forge World.
Right, yeah. Oh, and Forge World and Imperial Guard, yeah, that was like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, anybody who was an avid guard player, yeah, Forge World had all your toys, especially when back before there was a plastic Baneblade. That was the only place that an Imperial Guard player could get a Baneblade, other than make one.
I like my Lehman Russes, but there was a point in time where, you know, taking a Malkador or a Macarius or whatever over Lehman Russes was a valid thing because of like what they brought to the table. But now they're just kind of like, you bring this, you pay more points, and it's like, why are, if you're a competitive player, it's like, why are you doing this? It's so inefficient.
Right, yeah.
So
that's
about the time I stopped playing 40k competitively. It's like,
well, competitive 40k is kind of silly anyway.
Yeah. Well, also, yeah, I kind of grew up and was like, yeah, that is dull.
Well, 40k, it has a lot of random elements to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, other than creating spam-like lists, how do you mitigate against all that randomness?
Yeah, because when I stopped playing Guard or 40k, like, competitively, and by competitively, I mean, like, going to events locally and stuff. Never went to any, like, national GPs or whatever. That's when the Guard list was, like, you take as many infantry conscript squads as you can, and just, like, line up artillery behind them. And that was your spam list.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just, it just turns into spam, and that's it. And, you know, that's the only way you can offset the randomness. You know?
Because you have enough of something that it offsets the statistic.
Right, exactly. Because that's what everybody does, is they're playing against the probabilities, right? But even then, I mean, arguing about probabilities is kind of hilarious as well. Everybody, you know, gets up in arms about, you know, probabilities and stuff like that, but I don't think enough people did enough math to truly understand probabilities. But, you know, whatever. But a lot of people like to sound smart when they're dumb as shit. What is that called?
Like to sound smart, but you're dumb as shit.
Yeah, there's a name for it. Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, it's a Dunning-Kruger effect, where you're dumb as shit, but you think you're smart.
Is the Scorpion built on, like... No, it's its own chassis. I was just, like, looking at the Forge World pictures, and they have, like, the gray resin stuff, but I guess some of it's a darker gray resin. It just looked like hard plastic. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, no, it is just a giant hunk of resin.
Yeah, it's the Scorpion. It should be hollow. Only the two leading forward edges of it are solid. It's all hollow in the rest of it. Yeah. The one that actually is a very heavy model for an Eldar sculpt is the Vampire, because those wings, the wings are one big piece, and they're solid resin.
The only Eldar flyer they make on Forge World anymore, not counting the hover tanks, there's no hover tanks or flyers now. Nightwing. The Nightwing is the only one on there now.
They don't have the Phoenixes?
Nope, don't see it.
Huh. Phoenixes used to be really good, and they kept nerfing the hell out of those things too. It used to be really good.
The Nightwing is the one that has the retractable wing.
Yeah. The Nightwing's just basically a fighter. But it's got dual shuriken cannons as well as dual bright lances.
Yeah.
It's good. it's a good craft on the tabletop, and you know it looks cool because it's got the whole swept wing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make all the Top Gun sounds you want.
Yeah, they still have the Hornet. They still have the Lynx. I want to get a Lynx just because I think that split all stuff is cool.
Yeah, the Lynx is good. I have one. I'd like to see the Lynx though get the plastic treatment.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know if you've ever heard me ramble on about it, but Eldar need a new tank. They need a battle tank because the Falcon chassis is essentially a Rhino chassis.
Yeah, no, it's just an IFB or whatever because the Falcon can hold like 6 dudes in it.
Right, but I mean, like a Falcon really is more like the Razorback for Space Marines, right? And the Falcon is got like a Predator variant, right, with the Fire Prism or Star Weaver, whatever the hell it's called. It's also a transportability, so it's a Wave Serpent, right? It has like multi roles, but that's the main tank for Eldar, and you know, Eldar don't have a Land Raider like vehicle.
Yeah.
And a Lynx kind of almost is that. It's almost like a Land Raider. But it doesn't have troop capacity. But it's got a big fuck off gun.
Yeah.
And I'll take the big fuck off gun over troop capacity every time. Just because there's so many ways to bring your Eldar onto the table anyway.
Yep. Let's see. Phantom Titan's back in stock.
Yeah, it'll be a while before I buy one of those.
But his little guns are quote unquote no longer available. But that's currently Forge World's way of telling you this isn't going to be back in stock for a while.
Now, that's kind of dumb. How do you end up with more bodies than guns if it's out of stock like that? Like, who was buying up all the guns versus buying up all the bodies?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I just know that that currently the no longer, because if you email Forge World, which multiple people have, they just tell you it's because they're re-inventorying, and two, mold replacement for some of the older stuff. So you see that a lot with Deathcore Krieg, is there'll be stuff that is currently no longer available, but then next week or the week after it'll be up on the website for sale. Because GW doesn't know how, can't be a normal company and just operate, you know, temporarily out of stock, or, you know, out of stock like normal people.
yeah.
There are other companies like that too, like Epic Games doesn't know what a shopping cart is. I might have to look at the rules for this Skaha if I want the Death Shroud or the what's the other one? Inferno Lances. Other than that, it's just a regular Wraith Knight. The only thing special about it's the guns on it.
I like the Wraith Knight. I only use it for close combat, though. I only
want it because of the name of the model, Skaha. Irish mythological lady that trains I don't know how you pronounce his name. Their version of like Achilles or something.
The Sermon?
No, Kukatan?
Kukatan?
Yeah. The Irish warrior dude in their myth and legend. Skaha's like the goddess lady that trains them in how to fight.
Missed that seam line right on the toe.
Is it heavy or super heavy? Super heavy. Vampire Hunter. Yeah, Phoenix is Legends. Wow.
Yeah, the Phoenix has got Legend.
Yep.
Baloney.
Okay, so the Wraith Knight is the super heavy.
Yeah, Wraith Knight should be super heavy. I think everything that Forge World produces, for the most part, falls within that super heavy category, I think, right?
Everything except for what the guard stuff. The guard stuff is really weird because some stuff was super heavy is now just heavy.
Right. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think the Lynx is like that too. It used to be a super heavy, but now I think it's just a heavy.
Webway Shunt, that's normal Wraith Knight stuff. I wonder if okay, Inferno Lance is heavy for strength 8. 24 inches on that? Wow.
On an Inferno Lance? That's pretty damn good.
I don't know, it's just like the model's so big and the gun is so big, I figured it would have shot further.
Yeah, you'd think they'd probably give it at least like a 36 inch, right? But a 36 inch, I assume it's a Melta, so that's pretty deadly. And also, too, I mean, the first iteration of it might have been really deadly, and that is its current nerfing.
Yeah.
It probably was.
The Death Shroud has its normal attack infantry, and it has its kind of like focus laser that's 2 feet.
Yeah.
Or 4 feet, I mean.
The one that's really good that I rarely ever see is anybody use Sonic Lances. Because the Lynx can take it, the Revenant can take it. I thought there was something else that could take it. But you never see it on the tabletop. Even though it's really, really good.
Well, I'm waiting for Forge World to do whatever, re-inventory or restock the Titan with Sonic Lances.
Yeah. I like the Pulsars, though. Just they look cooler. Look scarier.
They do. But I don't know. It might be just how they painted the Sonic Lance Revenant Titan with that wolf wing.
Yeah.
Color scheme. That might be why I'm just like, I like that one more.
Is that what your craft world is?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm not playing, I have 2, I guess technically. My actual Eldar army is Wolfway, and then I have that, God, their name escapes me now. It's the combined one, it's the...
Inari?
Inari, yeah. Their name. So I have some Eldar painted as Wolfway, and I have my Inari.
I have the feeling that that's the route they're going to go with Eldar.
That's just like one book?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
at least not this edition, because...
I think because basically, like, if we apply at least what appears to be what they've been doing as far as like protecting their IP, Eldar's kind of a hard one to protect, right?
Yeah,
Unless
they're quite literally space elves with Irish names and stuff.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of things there that are just difficult to copyright. And I think that's what is the delay with them. They're not sure what they're going to do with them, as far as how they can protect the IP. Because there's some stuff there's some indicators that Eldar are still part of the game. Like, for example, the new Aeronautica coming out, it has those Eldar planes.
And rumor has it, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, Eldar, I believe it might be confirmed. I think it might have been briefly mentioned on a Warhammer community. Everybody's saying that one of the new Kill Team boxes is going to be a Eldar in it.
Yeah. Oh, I could totally see that. Totally should.
Well, I'm not disagreeing.
Neither am I.
Be happy.
I'd probably buy it. I don't even play Kill Team. Well, I played a game against Ash, but I don't even play Kill Team.
I bought the Kill Team box, but I didn't buy it for Kill Team. I bought it for the models and terrain.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because I did the math in my head, and I was like, well, Deathcore on their own are probably going to be priced like the new Cadence. That's like $45. The Orc kit's probably going to be like 45 to 50 or 60, depending on like if it builds just commandos or if it builds normal boys. If it's a dual kit or not.
Right.
I don't know. But, that's like almost 100 there. And then the terrain boxes that GW has been making recently are, like another $100. So it's like, oh, well, the box is paid for itself.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. But yeah, so I think that's really the delay for Eldar, is them trying to copyright, all the elements in it.
Because I know they can't copyright Skaha. They might be able to because they don't spell it like with the C, they spell it with K's. And I was sitting there like, why would they do that? And I was like, oh, well, maybe it is because it's a copyright.
Yeah, you got to assume with all these naming things that it's got to go through their legal departments and stuff so they can copyright it, so they can protect the IP, the all precious IP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense from a business standpoint. I mean, you got to protect that shit.
I don't knock them for whatever.
Yeah.
I won't knock them, especially because there are some people who are knocking it for the kind of praise, Disney or whatever, when Disney does the same thing. So.
Right, exactly.
I think we'll get the Death Shrouds gone, huh? Those Death Shroud guns on it look cool.
Yeah, they look like big Death Spinner kind of things.
Yeah. And they painted like this purpley glow to them. Like, well, that's cool. Dang, GW, I was trying not to buy GW models. Not for any reason, just like I have a bunch. Like, oh, dang. Oh, that model's pretty cool. I do like how my local GW does let us use Forge World models.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I know he doesn't have to, but he lets us.
I think he has to.
I
would guess he has to.
You know what I mean? It's not frowned upon or whatever. He doesn't give you a stink face if you walk in with a Forge World model.
You shouldn't.
Because I know in the past, like, there have been some stores where, like, the managers are, like, really kind of, like, touchy about Forge World models. It's not something they sell in the store.
Right. No, it's dumb. It's it's an old attitude towards Forge World that still persists today. But try telling anybody that. But no, Forge World's overpowered. It's broke.
It's a cool Sam Han scheme that they came up for the Forge World model, like Studio, whatever. Because Sam Han has that like S.
Yeah, the serpent.
So he's got that red. He's got the Sam Han red, but since it's a Skaha, goddess of shadows or whatever, its primary bold colors are red, but a lot of the model is actually like very dark gray to black.
Mm.
So it's like pretty cool scheme. The Wraith Knight model looks pretty cool too. That shoulder cannon and the little spear.
I still have 2 or 3 Wraith Lords to put together. I still haven't gotten around to. I really should probably put those on on the menu for getting projects done.
Adepticon 2022. I don't know if you plan on going.
I do. I plan.
If they let us go, I've already bought plane tickets.
Yeah.
And I called my hotel, and they said if it doesn't happen, since I'm using points, they'll just give me my points back.
Oh, it's all right. It's a fair enough deal.
I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if I spent the money, and they were like, well, we won't give you the cash back again. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna go. If I don't go 2022, if I do it 2023, I'll go then, or I'll use the points for another vacation.
Right.
I'm just at the point now where I'm just like happy that there's almost a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, we're getting there, sort of.
Kind of,
sort of.
maybe.
Yeah.
The train is getting towards the end of the tunnel. You can see the light, but the train might be falling apart.
Yeah. It could be that kind of we're sitting here laughing, but yeah, it could be that kind of situation, right? But yeah, at this point too, it sounds really cold, but I honestly don't fucking care if people get the vaccine or not.
That's been my attitude, because there's no way you can actually, make everybody do it. It sounds realistic.
Well, you can, but
I mean, aside from going to their house and physically forcing them to take it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm past trying to, convince anybody of anything.
The best way for me to put it is I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. Yeah, exactly. I'm tired. I'm tired of these same fucking stupid arguments. And yeah, okay, do it. Do you. And, I'm sorry, but, if you catch it, you're going to have a tough time. But whatever. You do you. It sounds kind of cold and, awful, but, I mean, fuck, we're into a fourth wave now. And I mean, fucking hell, people.
Fourth wave? You mean variant or wave?
The wave.
Oh, okay.
The variant? Well, they're already talking about the goddamn Lambda variant now.
Yeah, no, that's just, I was
yeah, holy fuck. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It doesn't have to be this way. But, like I said, that's why I'm just kind of fuck it, I don't care. Whatever.
Mm.
I am a bit of a let the chips fall where they may kind of guy anyway, but you're trying to watch somebody else's back and they don't want to fucking do it, well then, whatever.
That's the kind them saying that they plan on 2022 happening has given me something to look forward to. As far as hobby goes, I mean, there are other things I do, but as far as the hobby goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Adepticon. I mean, it's 2 years without it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. Just sitting with you guys, having some laughs.
And if we do have the big game and you do it at 1,000 points, it's actually technically fewer models because everything went up in points value.
Yeah.
I've already figured out what exactly I'm bringing. I want to bring Eldar and I don't know how many points. Yeah. Revenant.
Yeah, bring Revenant. Well, remember last time fucking Buddy brought Warhound Titan? Or no, you did.
Warhound Titan in 2019?
Yeah, the last one.
I didn't see it. I must have already blown up off the table when my drunk butt showed up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't around because you overdid it. That's right.
I was out drinking. Well, no, I had been drinking.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah. You
Revenant
were gonna
Titan.
show up.
Yeah. Revenant Titan's 1,500 points. Oh, dang.
It's 1,500 now.
Yeah. Yep. Even if I change the weapon options, it's still 1,500.
Yeah. They equate those arms being the same regardless.
Oh, I'll sign up twice. I'm just kidding. If I get 2 tickets, does that mean I get 2,000 points?
I have to talk with Matt, see if he wants to spearhead the efforts again.
He sounded more interested in the historical stuff. Well, Matt's always been more interested in the historical stuff. So. I don't know. Maybe if he just wants to be the liaison, and then we assemble a council to spearhead it. We could assemble a seer.
Oh, yeah, we could assemble a seer council. There we go. Now you're thinking. I like where your head's at.
Sorry, Imperial players. It's all going to be the Eldar players.
Yeah, just make the game totally biased against all Imperials. Just piss everybody off. Yeah, if you have an Imperial Aquila on your model, you automatically take D6 mortal wounds. What?
No. It's like if you have, if this is your model, okay, your model is it has an Imperial Aquila, okay, your army is limited to 500 points.
Yeah. Just make up really arbitrary, stupid ass things, eh?
What's this? Necrons? 200.
Kim, can I ask if you are vaccinated, and if not, are you going to get it? Me? I'm vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since May. I've gotten the Pfizer. But yeah, I've been vaccinated. The whole family's been vaccinated.
I got my tear-free baby shampoo. So.
You got the Johnson & Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't grow a third limb or a horn out of the top of your head or anything?
Nah.
No? Are you magnetic?
God, I wish I could have been Magneto.
I know. I'm like, fucking sign me up. I mean, if he's giving people superpowers, sign me up for that shit. I'll get some superpowers. I'll hear radio waves or fucking magnetic.
Because it's Johnson & Johnson. And Johnson & Johnson does like a lot of stuff, but everybody remembers them from the baby care products.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like the tear-free baby shampoo.
Yeah, I used to buy that shit all the time when my kids were small. Yeah.
Still makes you cry.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, I've gotten it in my eyes, and no, you practically can swim in that shit, and it's you're fine. But yeah. Yeah, I was hoping for superpowers. I was reading on the internet all this crazy crap going on. I was like, shit, I want some superpowers.
No.
No superpowers.
There was if you had like a super rare skin condition that your whole body would break out in like hives that were like the equivalent of like 3rd-degree burns.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have rare conditions, I mean, if you're susceptible to shit, well then yeah. I mean, like not much you can do about it, right?
That's the only thing I was aware of.
Yeah.
But that was back where they were like, this is a one and done shot, okay? And then you can go about your rest of your life. And so like, oh, okay. And then I did it. And then I didn't die.
Are you immortal now?
Yes. No, that's only if you only become immortal if you treat it like Pokemon and you get all the shots.
I'm a living god.
That's what they don't tell you. Is that if you get all the shots.
Yeah, realistically, I mean, like Somebody should test that out. Get all 3 vaccines. See if you become a living god.
Tell us if you become immortal or you get a real aversion to needles.
Yeah, if the ship made you magnetic, I mean, like, why would you turn that away? I mean, you could totally troll people in modern society if you had a magnetic power. Make people's phones shut off and set off people's Alexas and all sorts of shit. You can have some fun with that.
My boss texted me. Oh, and I already told you I went in for 30 minutes and then he told me to go home.
Yeah.
He's giving me the routine I need to do for tomorrow. For the weekend guy, because he won't be here, so somebody has to go in to tell the weekend guy what to do.
A routine, like a dance routine?
Nah, I just gotta get the weekend guy doing whatever, is expected of him to do every day, so people have to come in and tell him what to do.
That's alright.
Show him, this is your job.
Are you like a supervisor or manager?
No, we don't really have managers. It's basically the superintendent, and then just levels of seniority for how long staff have been there.
Oh, okay.
Not big enough of a facility to have multiple managers. There are some people there who think they're managers, but it's like, no, we get paid the same, buddy.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're always going to encounter those kinds of people. And the other one is that I always find hilarious is the ones that think that the place will fall apart if they're not there. Everybody's replaceable.
There's somebody like that where I was like, me and one guy were talking about just going home, like walking in 10 minutes, seeing like 2 inches of water on the floor. She's like, we were thinking about going home. And then we asked him, what do you think? He's like, oh, I want to stay here in case there's something to do. I'm just...
Would you go, fucking nerd? What are you, a fucking nerd? And then crush it.
You can start bailing water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should have done, Gabe. So, well, start bucketing out this water.
I'm waiting for something to do. I was sitting there and I was like, is this person serious?
Are you for real?
Our job is like 90% outside.
Right.
It's raining hats and all jobs. It's like, there's nothing to do.
Kim, scary being magnetic. You walk into the kitchen, get the whole knife block flying at you.
Well, yeah, that's why you get those Japanese ceramic knives.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Have you seen that channel? Well, I know everybody's seen ceramic knives, but there is a channel where this Japanese guy does makes those kitchen really sharp kitchen knives out of random stuff like chocolate.
No, I
makes a kitchen knife that you can actually cut stuff with out of chocolate.
That's cool. No, I've not seen that. That's pretty clever.
He's done a few.
Not gonna lie, that's pretty clever.
Here we go. Yeah, there we go. I think it's this guy. He makes a knife out of Jello. He makes one out of a crab claw. He's made one out of sand. Made one out of seawater.
How do you make it out of seawater?
I guess the salt from it.
Oh, okay.
Tofu. Fungi. Oh, jeez. One out of shark. Oh, that shark teeth one's cool. He just like walks out on the beach and starts finding like shark jawbones.
Now, is he like using like a napping process or?
I think it's different depending on what material he uses.
Oh, okay.
I see some of it like he's like hand fashioning, and then some of it he's like, you know, cooking and heating and.
Kim
other
says.
Stuff besides.
Kim says, I got 3 of those ceramic knives. They are pretty nice. My favorite one I made of the same steel they make katanas of. Cool. Moon rock? Moon steel?
Sharpest style. He makes one out of styrofoam.
Styrofoam?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he melts it and then forms it?
Yeah, it looks like that might be what he's doing.
Yeah, because I know like when you melt styrofoam, it becomes a very, very hard plastic. Because I think styrofoam essentially is styrene plastic, is it not?
Yeah, it's just really light because it's like semi-hollow or whatever.
Yeah, it's aerated or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will put this channel in.
Yeah, put it in the playground.
Yeah. He has like other stuff too, but like everybody on YouTube that's familiar with his channel is there because he makes kitchen knives out of like crazy shit.
Yeah, that's cool. I like crazy stuff. That's what the internet's for. That and porn.
Like he makes one out of a fake egg.
A fake
Which I guess
egg?
fake egg is like, you know, vegan egg or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, it's bioplastic. This can be eaten.
Jeez.
What? It's a biological plastic you can eat. That's pretty wild. There's now plastic you can eat.
Yeah,
Go GW.
bioplastic's been around for a bit.
I didn't know you could eat it though.
Yeah, because there's a plastic they can make from olive oil. There's a plastic you can create from that, and that's essentially just bioplastic, right?
Yeah, GW, get on that. Minis you can eat.
Yeah, edible minis.
For when you're playing hardcore Warhammer. Now you no longer need to smash them with a hammer. You can just eat them, or your opponent eats them.
Easy way to keep track of kills, anyway.
Yeah.
Of course, if they made it like chocolates and stuff like that, fucking somebody end up with diabetes by the end of the game.
That, or they'll be looking like a demon, that Slanesh dude that's carried around in that like gondola or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The big one. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The Lord or whatever. Xerxes.
He makes a bread. I'm no longer surprised. All the other stuff, it's like, I've made a knife out of bread. I'm like, I'm no longer surprised.
Yeah. I am now numb to your genius. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have been wearing a mask while I was doing all the sanding with this fucking plastic.
Sanding? Probably.
Yeah, I just realized that I can see little particles of the stuff floating around. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, I just didn't know that I knew bioplastic was supposed to be friendly for the environment, you know, biodegradable. I didn't realize it's something that you could physically eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy shit, it's 2:45.
Not, but
Yeah. I didn't realize the time. Yeah,
It's been almost 3 hours.
It's almost been 3 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm almost done sanding this guy. Then I can start. I think next episode, I guess I'm going to start sculpting. Do you know what I'm going to do with this guy?
No.
No? Okay, so basically, I'm thinking, I've had this idea in the back of my brain for a custom kind of Space Marine chapter. And so basically what I'm going to do is, this is going to be kind of have a very Native American vibe to it.
Okay.
And basically I'm going to use, I had shown it in the chat.
I've seen the chapter symbol then.
Yeah, what I was showing for the chapter symbol? The Thunderbird?
Yeah, Thunderbird, yeah.
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, I'll put it in again, just in case somebody
It's
missed
like orange or something?
it. It's reds.
Red. No, I meant the shoulder pad, but maybe.
The armor itself and everything will be the Thunderbird on one side, and I'm thinking another symbol. So basically, it's going to have a very similar vibe to like a Space Wolf aesthetic. So it'll be like, feathers, cute teeth, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing, right?
Whereas, Space Wolves are heavily like Nordic Vikings, whatever.
Yeah, Space Wolves are obviously Viking, right? So I want this to be more obviously
Native American.
Yeah. And not any particular, even though I am using the Thunderbird that is only used by my people.
That's a northwest. That's a Pacific. That's northwest.
It's I guess you would consider it Algonquin, but it's Anishinaabe. It's the Anishinaabe Thunderbird. We're the only people who display the Thunderbird in that style. The Thunderbird is legend across many different nations, but yeah, ours is the only one who depicts it like that. Whereas, like the Thunderbird that was used, there was a military unit, American military unit, that used the Thunderbird, and it was based off of, I think, Apache or Navajo. I can't remember, but it's a different.
Probably.
It was one of those people's depiction of the Thunderbird that they used.
I'm not super akin to Native American tribes outside of like the local area I live in, because everything here is named after what the tribe names were.
Yeah, that's all over the place.
So we still call the I don't know how you're actually supposed to pronounce it, but it's Woman. So it's like I don't know.
Assiniboine?
Huh?
Assiniboine?
Maybe.
Well, you said you're in Maryland?
Yes. So it's probably them.
Yeah.
Because we still use the names they had made for like the bay and stuff.
Yep. Yep. Well, same with Chicago. Chicago is Anishinaabe word.
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. There's a lot of native words that are used in North American language.
Well, that I know. I just didn't know Chicago itself was not like some. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always assumed it was just like some name some guy came up with.
Yeah. No, it means stinky wind, or stinky place of stench, or something like that. That's what Chicago means. Well, because Chicago, not that Chicago's a terrible place, it's just that Chicago was basically a swamp area, because that's basically like the leading into the Mississippi, and so yeah.
That's like a lot of places here.
Yeah, so you get like a lot of swamp territory. And like saying it's more like Chicago, more like a ch sound than sh, like Chicago, right? It's actually more pronounced like Chicago.
Gotcha. No, I never knew that. I just assumed because like Baltimore is named after Lord Baltimore.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, who names their family line Baltimore?
Yeah.
I thought it was like some. No, I didn't know that. I learned something today.
I learned something. We're learning.
Yeah. Cross that off. Day complete.
Yeah. I go back to bed now. I learned something.
Knowledge was gained.
Yeah. God damn, I learned something today. Go back to bed. I think I've been sanding this little orb thing. You know the little nozzles on the backpacks of Space Marines?
Like vents or whatever the hell they're supposed to be.
Yeah. In the old days, I'm pretty sure they described these as being thrusters to basically help right the Space Marine.
Yeah.
So if he fell over, these little things would pop him back up, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But I think that was like back when they were imagining like Space Marine suits being, very, very heavy, and you know what I mean. It was more like a mobile, tank
now
suit.
The Space Marine is like running around as in his armor. Might as well be naked, like how like agile they are.
Yeah, exactly. Right now it's more imagine that they're just kind of. It works with them. It doesn't hinder them in any fashion, which would make more sense, realistically. I mean, why would you wear something that hurts you, right?
It makes more sense, like you would imagine like Sisters of Battle or normal Inquisitors wearing power armor might be hindered in movement. But then like the superhuman who's literally bred to wear it, it's like, I'm wearing nothing.
Yeah, you would think that the guys, because powered armor, you would assume was made for Space Marines. But the old lore describes dreadnought armor. It wasn't made for fighting. They describe it that it was actually for deep space salvage stuff. Because Terminator suits can withstand the vacuum of space kind of thing. Whereas Space Marine armor is only supposed to be able to withstand the vacuum of space just for a little while.
Yeah.
At least that was the way it used to be described. I don't know about now. Again, they can change that lore anytime they like, and Space Marine armor is all-purpose. It does everything. Can withstand acid.
Current lore is people who can't wear power armor, can wear power armor but aren't Space Marines. They move around more like you would, I guess, imagine. And then Space Marines are like, might as well be like a t-shirt and pants or something.
Right.
And if they wear their Terminator armor or whatever, then they get kind of like clunky or whatever.
Now, do you think they'll keep Terminator armor? Or do you think Terminator armor will disappear?
You mean as an official model?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm of the mindset that just last year they came out with like normal. I mean, even what's his name is in normal Space Marine armor. I literally have him on the desk. I can't think. Crow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they will. I think the last like dawn of the Terminator armor is when they finally like give Grey Knight's Primaris.
Yeah.
Because that's like half the Grey Knight army is in Terminator armor. Even the dude in the little servo Dread Knight, he's in Terminator armor.
Yeah, that's really kind of dumb.
Yeah, I would have figured that, like, when I got the model, like, you see it in the box art, you don't really pay attention, but when I was building the model, I was like, wait a minute, why is this guy in Terminator armor?
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Guys in Terminator armor, in a carriage, exposed.
Yeah, I figured, it was just, like, normal, like, Great Knight power armor, and he's in the thing, because, it's like a bigger weapon to fight bigger demons. And it's like, wait a minute, this guy's in Terminator armor. But I think Terminator armor, if they do phase out the old normal Space Marines at some point, which they probably will at some, I don't know, not this edition because it just came out with a rule book one.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to phasing out, I think since half the Grey Knight line is Terminator armor, I think Terminator armor will be the last thing to go.
Yeah, very, very possibly. Kim says Terminator armor is being replaced with the Gravis pattern armor. Yeah, that would seem to be the indicator.
Yeah, for Primaris, yeah.
Yeah, well, Primaris is replacing regular Marines, and Gravis is going to be the heavy fighting, right? Yeah.
Until they come out with even heavier Space Marines.
Well, because like even Space Marine Scouts really aren't a thing, are they?
No, they for Primaris, the 10th company is shoot, what are they called? Reaver. They wear the Reaver armor.
Yeah, because they're wearing a lighter armor, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Phobos armor or whatever the heck.
Yeah.
Because the new like Primaris armor is, they're technically not wearing different armor sets. It's like an armor like system, and you just take panels on and off as you need it.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Like the Gravis is just an addition too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll either get rid of Terminators when, in my opinion at least, when Grey Knights finally get new armor, which, considering their newly sculpted character is not Primaris, might be for a couple editions, but I think Terminator will probably be the last thing of like the old Space Marine. I think like by the time they get there, all that'll be left is like tactical squads and Terminators, and then they'll be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure why, because I mean, like Terminator armor is such an iconic thing.
Well, who knows? The 40K community could be wrong, and they might just decide that at some point they might just update the old sculpts, the old Space Marines, and keep around Firstborn. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, Kim says Reavers are a replacement for Scouts.
Yeah. I play Space Marines, but I stopped caring about their lore.
Right.
Kinda. The only, I mean, I keep up with my Blood Angels, but that's strictly for like the Horse Heresy stuff. But right now, if I buy books, I bought the Iron Warriors book because Hanzo's a pretty cool character. And I bought the Guard trilogy or whatever, where it's like from the fall of Cadia to like current timeline, like how Cadian regiments are adjusting to Cadia not being a thing, but still like what it means to be. The summary for the latest book in the trilogy is like discovering, like the character is like discovering what it means to be Cadian in a galaxy without Cadia. Oh.
It's deep.
See, 40K coming in with the deep.
Yeah, coming in. Getting a little heavy there, holy moly. What's it mean to be Cadians when there's no Cadia? Whoa!
Whoa. We get a GW, you blew up the planet, made all the Guard characters sad. You have to keep rubbing it in their face. But with the new He-Man, well, it's not He-Man anymore, it's just Masters of the Universe. They rebranded the show. I think I told you this already. When I'm done the G.I. Joe or Sokon Joe project, which is fairly soon, I'm just, stuff is built, stuff's getting painted. I want to do, what was it, was it Stormcast of the Universe? I think I called it. Masters of the Universe themed Stormcast.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That's a good idea. I'm gonna borrow it. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't care. All my ideas that are publicly stated, this is like, don't care.
No, I'm just kidding.
I will do He-Man and his crew, and you can do Skeletor.
Who would be Skeletor's bunch? Like doing Stormcast as Skeletor, or pick a faction within Age of Sigmar that would fit Skeletor?
See, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I guess the only one that you could go, would be have like spoopy skelly boys that are big enough to be Skeletor is Ossiar, but that would only ever really work for Skeletor.
Right.
Because like what's his name, like Beastman or whatever, is not a skeleton.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Whereas the Stormcast, the only hard one, because I figured out how to do Sorceress. It's going to involve a lot of, like, green stuff. I figured out Man-at-Arms to be obviously just a generic Stormcast hero, because, Man-at-Arms wears armor.
Yeah.
The only one that's hard is going to be He-Man, because none of the Stormcast models are shirtless.
Right.
For Tila, I was just gonna do Indrasto, because Tila in the new show has the same haircut.
Oh yeah. I haven't finished the new He-Man, so I started watching it, but I haven't finished it yet.
Oh well, then she has the same haircut.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever undercut. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not spoiled. But so I've kind of figured out He-Man's crew, except for He-Man himself. What I might do is take the Dark Oath champion, because he kind of has the He-Man build, except with the mohawk. Cut his head off, cut the torso and legs off, and just kind of like implant his torso on Stormcast.
Right. Yeah, that makes the most sense. That sounds about like the easiest way to go about it.
I was just sitting there and I saw the trailer for He-Man, like when they announced it, or New Masters of the Universe. Gotta stop calling He-Man. He-Man's in it, but it's not about He-Man.
Right.
But I figured out Sorceress. I'm just gonna use the mage from Stormcast Mage Lady from the box, the starter kits and stuff. And I'm just gonna have to sculpt her like headdress and stuff on it.
Kim says Quest models in 28 mil for He-Man.
Oh yeah, no, I know there's like He-Man models out there. I am specifically trying to make this house Stormcast.
Yeah.
So I can actually play it. I mean, my closest hobby store is a GW store. I mean, there's another store a little bit further down the road, but the closest store, so the store I play at the most, is a GW store. If I was doing this army as like a one-off take at the con, yeah, no, but I kind of actually want to play with this army.
Kim says I love the new Masters Universe show. Cool. Haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers.
I haven't even started it yet.
Oh no? Okay.
I just haven't had time to sit down because I want to binge and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I started it, but then I started Game of Thrones. My son and I have been watching that. Finally. First couple episodes, I was like, meh, but it's starting to develop now, and I'm getting into it.
You were getting him into mini wargaming and stuff. They have a new Masters game
for Game of Thrones, yeah. Well, no, he's already started painting. I don't know if you were watching them on the Patreon update, but yeah, he's been working on top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shame.
He picked up the starting box. He picked up Broadside, and he picked up Shadow Sun, I think. But yeah. Oh, he's also got his book too, so he's been plotting.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna end things there. We got pretty far into the project. I'm gonna continue sanding and stuff. I think I'll save the sculpting for next episode. Unfortunately, that will be Monday. I'll start sculpting the elements onto this. I think what we'll do is we'll put a device on the back here, on the backpack. We'll put one there. We'll put a symbol on the shoulder pad, and we'll sculpt a unit icon onto the other shoulder pad. I already have most of the ideas on how I'm going to go about this. I also am kind of wondering about like adding like, you know how like Space Wolves have like, you know, the little doodads with like the totems and the runes and stuff like that.
Trophies and runes and stuff hanging off their gun and whatnot.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that I'm going to sculpt a bunch of eagle feathers, because I'd really like to do something with the helmet as well. But I'm not too sure which way I want to go about it, as far as adding eagle feathers to the helmet, or have them dangling from the gun, or, you know what I mean, like stuff like that, right? So, but yeah, I definitely wanted to have a. Oh, you know what? I was also thinking maybe sculpting something on one of the knees as well. Maybe sculpt the squad marking on it, or I don't know, something. But anywho, yeah. So that's the plan. The plan is to have a very Native American type of theme running on the Space Marine.
Now you said this is a custom chapter. Are you eventually going to paint Space Marines for the tabletop in this scheme, or is this just kind of like...
I could. I have considered it, because I was thinking of doing like because I have like a couple more of these Blade Guard veterans sitting around, and I was thinking of doing a guy in this in this made up color scheme of mine, right? So I have been considering that as well. The only thing is, though, is I don't really know of a name.
Yeah, that's the hard stuff. It's easy thinking of schemes, hard thinking of names that kind of fit the setting.
Yeah, you know. I know, and like, who is, like, they're obviously a secondary chapter, so who is their... Yeah, the progenitor chapter, right? I'm a big Imperial Fist, Crimson Fist fan, so I was thinking that it would actually be appropriate for these guys to be descended from Imperial Fists. But I mean, you can make up whatever bullshit story you want, right? So
it took me about a year. I made my guard regiment, and it took me about a year to come up with a name for it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just kind of what do I call them? You know, you want to work out a story, because I am borrowing an actual symbol for the chapter symbol. But I mean, you know, that's nothing new, because I mean, you know, griffins are used. The Ultramarine U is
borrowed from Romans.
Well, I think it's Greek, isn't it?
Greek.
Yeah, it's Greek. So, you know, I mean, like, there's you know, sci-fi's got borrowed elements from all over the place. You know, no sci-fi is completely original. They all borrow from, you know, historical things, right? So this is just another instance of borrowing from history. Although it's actually more contemporary. But you know what I mean. Alrighty. I'm done. I'll see you guys later. Yes, Kim, I am doing Away of the Brush tomorrow, because we're going to do one more giveaway. And yeah. So that's the plan. I'll see you guys later. Thanks, Mr. Boop, for stopping by. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by in the chat. And yeah. Any ideas on a name, chapter name for the Space Marine? Any?
I'm not familiar with the culture, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're not gonna call them the Redskins or anything like that, because that's just fucking racist.
I'm just not gonna, you're taking the symbol, so I was like, oh, I don't know their language, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if using the actual name of it, because in a lot of things in Ojibwe, the spelling is very, very long. So you know what I mean, and it's many syllables, so it'd be really long. You know what I mean? Like,
are there any towns in Canada that use an Ojibwe like name?
Sure. The capital of Canada is an Anishinaabeg name, Ottawa. It's actually the name of a people, Odawa.
But I'm sitting there. I don't know how I would 40k if I Ottawa.
Yeah. But yes, there is instances of towns that have, you know, Anishinaabe names. I'm thinking more like inspired by the culture, but not, you know, not staying within the lane too hard, you know. Because the other one I was thinking of was basically Thunderers as a chapter name. But then I was thinking, well, what about Thunder Warriors? But then that's already a thing.
Yeah, that's already a thing.
Right. But then I was thinking, well, what if these guys can trace their roots to Thunder Warriors? Because Thunder Warriors were basically the warriors that the Emperor made to unify Earth.
Yep.
Right? So what if these guys are leftovers from those groups?
That, or they can, trace.
Well, again, I wanted them to be more tied to Earth, so that's why I was thinking Imperial Fist, because Imperial Fists are supposed to be, their homeworld's supposed to be Earth.
Yeah, they could be from one Imperial Fist captains that was actually from Terra. I mean,
right, exactly. Like, I mean, there's all sorts of bullshit reasons we can make up for having whatever, right? Because it's not canon anyway, so we can make up whatever the hell we want. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the ballpark I'm thinking. Just a rough ballpark. But anywho,
it took me a year for my guard regiment.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, like, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Somewhere around that, because I think I want to have thunder incorporated into the name, because the symbol is the Thunderbird. And so, and I don't want to call them Thunderbirds because that's already a thing, and I immediately think of the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
I want Thunderers, so maybe like a planet name and then Thunderers.
Thundera?
That's some alliteration, yeah.
Thundera. That's the homeworld of the Thundercats.
Sure, why not? I mean, Thundercats aren't in 40K. So that's
True, there is no Thundercats in 40K. That's right. So, everybody else, all the people who are really precious about the frickin' lore. Well, there are no Thundercats in 40K, so we can have Thundercats. And now that I'm thinking of it, I think Thundercats would be awesome in Age of Sigmar. Or 40K as an alien race. Have these Thundercat people.
Well, 40K had the cat humans.
Yeah.
You could do a guard regiment and just give them all cat ears and stuff. Cat tails. No, Thundercats didn't have like cat ears. They had like normal human. They had cat tails and like claws.
Although Lino didn't have a tail. But I think Chitara had a tail.
Yeah, I mean, look. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
You could just paint their skin like cat print. No, she didn't have a tail.
No? Okay.
No.
I don't know. For all the staring I did, I would assume there was a tail. But
yeah, you were looking at the tail. Didn't you?
And on that note, we're gonna call her quits. Just
the weird dragon cat.
Dragon.
Forget his name.
Oh, Panthro.
He has a tail.
Yeah, Panthro. Or you're talking about the little guy, the little furry guy.
Little guy, Snarf.
Yeah, Snarf. Snarf. Yeah. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Dun 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 dun. Oh, any last words of wisdom?
I can't say don't eat yellow snow. Don't put forks in light sockets.
There we go. That's a good one. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Dun 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 dun. I think I should just record me singing something, right? Basically, yeah. Dun 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 dun. But then tweak it, and I'll add some synthesizer sounds. Make it all sound 80s. Me doing bum 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 bum. All right, I'm done.